If you've never had pigeons underneath your solar panels, consider yourself lucky. Once they find that gap between the panel and the roof, they move in, they nest, they make a right mess, and they don't leave. You end up with guano all over your cables, nesting material blocking up the airflow under the panels, and potentially a real headache for your solar system's performance. It's one of those problems that's much easier to prevent than it is to fix after the fact.
A few weeks back, Defender Bird Spikes sent me a box of sample products from their online shop. I was particularly impressed by the Jaws Defender Bird Excluders for the solar panels, and I got in contact with them and asked them if they would be prepared to send me enough to do the solar panels around my house. In exchange, I said that I'd video it and give my honest review on the product. And here we are.
So these are the Defender Jaws Solar Panel Bird Excluders, made by Defender Bird Spikes down in Devon. What makes these different to the mesh systems and clip systems I've used before, and not just used them, I've tested and documented them in previous videos in my search for the best and easiest system, is that there are no separate clips and no mesh to wrestle with. Each strip is a single moulded piece of UV stabilised black polycarbonate, and it attaches directly onto the edge of the solar panel frame using these integral jaws built into the back of the strip. Now, I know from previous videos that whenever I mention plastic clips, I always get comments saying they'll go brittle in the sun. It's worth pointing out that these are UV stabilised polycarbonate with a 15-year warranty. Just like the gutters around your roofline, it's not going to go brittle after a few months in the sun. These are designed to last. They're designed to fit the two most common solar panel frame depths in the UK. 30mm and 35mm, and the strip is reversible, so one side fits 30mm, flip it over and it fits 35mm. Each strip is just over 13 inches long, and if you need to cut one down to size, there are 9 pre-marked sections with cut lines already moulded in, so you're not just guessing where to cut, you just snip down the groove cleanly with a pair of snips. Or, if you're careful, a sharp Stanley knife would probably do the job just as neatly. So I'm starting along the back edge of the panels, working clockwise. Access is via the cherry picker, which makes the whole job significantly easier than trying to do this from a ladder, but of course I would say that. Now, first thing I'll be honest about, when I started fitting these along the back edge, I found them quite stiff and fiddly to get on. I was just trying to push them straight onto the panel frame and they weren't going on as easily as I'd expected. But by the time I got round to the first side, I figured something out that made a significant difference. The trick, and this isn't in the instructions, is to squeeze the lugs on the back of the strip together. The two jaws you're not using, squeeze those together and it significantly opens the two jaws you were clipping onto the panel. So instead of forcing it on, you can almost use it like a peg. Position it, release, and it clips on cleanly and quickly. Once I'd worked that out, the installation speed increased dramatically. They were going on exactly as quickly as advertised. So if you're fitting these for the first time and struggling, try that. It'll make a real difference. My solar panel setup isn't a straightforward rectangle. I've got 4 panels lower down on the roof and 2 higher up, which means I've got additional corners to navigate compared to a standard array. This is more angles, more cutting, more thinking about the strips at the corners. But the modular nature of these strips actually make that fairly straightforward. You cut to fit, work your way round, and as long as you're keeping the perimeter sealed with no gaps, you're doing it right. The key thing Defender are clear about is that no gap along the bottom edge should exceed 50mm between the tip of the prongs and the roof tile. Any bigger than that and a pigeon can find its way in. It's also worth pointing out that they include a small 50mm polystyrene ball in the pack that you can use to check for gaps. If the ball fits through, a pigeon can get through. Simple, but clever. When you cut a strip down to finish the end of a row, you inevitably lose the jaws at the cut end, so that end has no clip holding it to the panel. To deal with that, I put a small blob of hybrid polymer adhesive on the cut end to bond it to the panel frame. Hybrid polymer is designed for external use, and it's got around 25 years life in it, so it's going to be there for as long as these bird guards need it to be. It's not going anywhere. The only caveat is that if you ever need to remove the guards for maintenance, that glued end will make it slightly trickier, which is just worth bearing in mind. Now here's the bit I found most awkward, and this is an honest review, so it's just as important to point out a product's flaws as it is its good points. So here we go. Where the mounting rails, these are the rails the solar panel actually sit on, protrude out beyond the edge of the array, you can't clip a standard strip on in the normal way. The rail is blocking it. What you have to do is cut a section of strip, flip it upside down, slide it underneath the rail, and then glue the prongs on either side of the rail to hold it in position. So you've got adhesive either side of the rail holding the inverted strip in place across the gap. It works, but compared to the rest of the installation, which is clean, satisfying, and almost entirely clip-on, this bit felt fiddly and clumsy. You're reaching for the adhesive when the rest of the job barely needed it, apart from the odd cut end. To be fair to the product, this is the first time I've installed it, and I'd expect to find a better, neater method with experience. But as a first install, it stood out, and if I'm putting a wish list to Defender bird spikes, I'd love to see a dedicated solution to this. Something that clips onto the bottom of the rail or bridges over it cleanly. Anything that removes the need for cutting and adhesive at that point, because the rest of the system is so slick that this section stands out as the weak link. With everything fitted, the first thing that strikes you is just how tidy it all looks. Black polycarbonate sits neatly against the panel frame, and from the ground level it looks like it's all part of the panel array itself. It just blends in. There's also an option to attach Defender thistle spike strips along the top of the jaws guards if you've got birds perching along the top edge of your panels. Each strip has 2 small posts on the top designed specifically for that purpose. It's a nice touch and means you can upgrade the protection without touching the panels themselves. So, overall verdict, these are genuinely one of the quickest and neatest solar panel bird proofing solutions I've come across so far. Easier than mesh, better looking than most clip systems, and once you've got that peg technique sussed, they go on very fast. The 15-year warranty in UV stabilised polycarbonate means you're buying something that'll last, and at that price point, that makes them really good value for money. One thing to be aware of, and this is particularly important if you're a contractor rather than a homeowner doing your own panels, these guards are designed for 30 and 35mm panel frames, which covers the vast majority of modern solar panels in the UK. But if you turn up to a job and the panels are thicker than that, they won't clip on as intended. Now you can work around it. Cut the jaws off and stick the guards to the sides of the panels using adhesive. It would still do the job. But as I mentioned earlier, anything you bond with adhesive is going to be a pain to remove if you ever need to get back in for maintenance, so it's not an ideal solution. The practical reality for me as a contractor is that I don't always measure panel thicknesses before a job. Visiting a property just to measure the solar panels before pricing up means not only an extra journey, but getting your access equipment out as well. Whether that's a cherry picker, ladders, or sometimes even scaffold, just to measure a panel frame, then you've got to come back again to do the actual work. That's time, that's money, and it's just not practical. I'd rather turn up with the kit and crack on. With mesh and clips, I can do that because the clips I carry work across different panel sizes. With the Defender jaws, however, there's a small element of risk that the panels might not be the standard depth. It's not a deal breaker, most panels will be fine, but it's definitely something worth bearing in mind. The rail section is the only real criticism of the product itself. I'd like to see a cleaner solution there. But everything else, the design, the build quality, the speed of installation, the finished look, it's all excellent. And the fact that it's designed and made in Devon by a family-run business is something I can definitely get behind. Supporting British industry, always a good thing. Not to mention a 15-year warranty, and everyone I dealt with at Defender was genuinely helpful and professional. That all counts for something too. I'll put a link to Defender jaws in the description. It's well worth a look. Check them out.
Well, there you go. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got anything to say, leave it in the comments. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more working at heights and cherry picker type content, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next job.